In Pro Tools, we add a virtual instrument to our session as a plugin insert. So the first thing we need to make sure of is that either in the mix window or in the edit window, we are able to view our inserts. Let's start with the mix window. In the mix window here, you can see that my inserts right now are hidden, they're not visible. So to make sure that we can see our inserts so that we can add a virtual instrument, we go up here to the View menu, Mix Window Views, Inserts. So as soon as we click on that, you can see inserts are added. We can also do that in the Edit window if we want to add a virtual instrument and have it visible there by going to the Edit window, coming up here again to View, Edit Window Views, Inserts. Now you can see the various insert slots that are available on my instrument track. I usually try to keep the edit window free from clutter so I have as much real estate horizontally as I can get. So for the most part, I usually leave this off and just have that view available in the mix window. Now that we have inserts available here in our channel strip in the mix window, we can add an insert or add a virtual instrument plugin. We do that by clicking on the first available insert slot and going down and choosing multi-channel plugin. Go to Instruments, and there you can see we can select from the various instruments that I have installed in my copy of Pro Tools. Pro Tools comes with 4 or 5 virtual instruments to help you get started. They are Expand, Boom, and Structure Free. So right now, let's just go ahead and place a copy of Expand 2 as an insert in my channel strip. So I click on that, and now I have added this copy of Expand 2 to my session. It automatically will open up. All you need to do is close it, is to click that red button. And to reopen it, click once. That's how you open and close the actual plugin itself. As I mentioned before, you could do the exact same thing in the edit window. So go to Edit Window Views. I'm going to make sure my inserts are available, and I could go to the first available insert selector and click on it and add Instrument Expand 2. And again, it does the exact same thing, and it'll appear here in the mix window or the edit window, just a different view. Now, one of the things you may have noticed when I added this virtual instrument is there are 2 available types of plugins, a multi-channel plugin and a multi-mono plugin. Basically, if you add a stereo track to your session, you're going to want to choose a multi-channel plugin. In other words, a stereo version of that instrument. If for some reason you chose a mono track, then you would want to choose a mono plugin. For the most part, if you're adding a stereo track for the purposes of using a virtual instrument, you should select multi-channel plugins. You can also choose to use virtual instruments in Pro Tools by using them on an auxiliary input track and an additional MIDI track. You remember I described earlier that an auxiliary input track combined with a MIDI track give you the same functionality as one instrument track. If you decided to use your virtual instruments as an insert plugin on an auxiliary input track, you could do that. So again, select, in this case, Expand. And then what we want to do is we want to assign the outputs of our MIDI channel to the inputs of the Expand module. So we do that here. We go to Expand, assuming it said none. We go to Expand, and we're going to choose Channel 1. Now you can see there's 2 versions of Expand here, and the reason for that is I have one instance of Expand on this instrument track, which is instance number 1, because I added it first. And then we have a second instance of Expand, which is right here on this auxiliary input track. So now I can play my MIDI channel, and it is triggering via its MIDI output selector this copy of Expand. Now let's say that I wanted to record multiple discrete instruments in Expand and have each of them respond on different MIDI channels. I can do that as well. Select different MIDI channels and then just add another MIDI track and assign it to channel 2. So this one is playing channel 1 right there. And this track we want to play Expand, second instance, channel 2. So now this is playing this channel or virtual instrument. And when I record and enable this MIDI track, it's going to trigger channel 2. That way, I can have two discrete parts on two separate MIDI channels.